Hello, 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 people. Welcome to the show. It is Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a little after 9. We have the usual suspects in the house. This is another edition of the Chaotic Conversation. How are y'all doing today, panelists?
Doing
Great.
doing good.
Good.
Good deal, good deal.
Sorry,
Before
Danny.
we get started with the show, go ahead.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry because I went through and I was scrolling up and it was going like over all that stuff that was there, and I was like, it was going like back to when we were doing our top characters, male and female. So I was sitting there going like, what the hell? And then you put it in the link, and I have no
You didn't do
freaking
your
clue.
homework.
No,
Never
Tuesday-
apologize to Donnie, boy.
why not?
You good, Chris. I'm going to read the rules. Last Tuesday at 9:06 a.m., I sent, as long as it, well, no. The topic for next week's show is going to be 5 movies and 5 TV shows that flew under the radar, but you thought were awesome. What shows or movies you would have liked to have seen a sequel to, or were bummed out when the show was canceled or the series ended? Then I went back to say, as long as it fits one of these categories listed, it can be on your list. To make sure we are all clear, those categories are: 1, if it flew under the radar, but you thought it was awesome; 2, movie you would have liked to have seen a sequel; 3, shows you were bummed to see canceled or when the series ended. And somebody on here who shall remain nameless said Blank Man 2. So I don't know what that person was smoking.
You know that's coming, right? You know it is.
So those are the rules of tonight's show.
I haven't even seen the first one. I was just messing with you.
Consider yourself lucky,
I am
blessed. But before we get into that, we're gonna go around the panel. Let everyone introduce themselves, see what's going on in their world, in their neck of the woods, and we will start off with Mr. Anzo. What's going on?
What's up, people? What's up? You know the channel Bigger For It Entertainment. Make sure to check out for the chaos list tomorrow, Tuesday. Then the Rule of 3. Later on, we'll be on Rob Storms. But other than that, man, let's do this show.
Okay. Next, Mr. Chris Knight. What's going on, sir?
Not too much. Just doing my videos. I'm about ready to upload Loki trailer reaction. Tomorrow we're gonna do the Unmasking the Masked Singer. Probably do a gaming stream. Wednesday, of course, Rule 3. Tomorrow, Chaos List. Just trying to keep video content coming in. That's what I'm trying to do. But thank you for having me as usual, Danny. Appreciate it.
No problem. And you did say you were going to do the Loki roundtable, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right.
Starting
Matt.
on the 13th
All right.
of June.
Mads, what's going on in your neck of the woods, young lady?
Hey guys, as you guys know, you can find me at Mads Mom Bear Doll here on YouTube. Every Sunday morning, I do a Rise and Shine stream, and on my YouTube, on my Twitter page, I have a pinned comment that is whatever you're proud of, whatever you'd like me to celebrate for on Sunday. Put it in there, and I will happily read it out. And also, the Queen's Council will be on yours truly's channel this Thursday.
All right, good deal. What's your subs at now, Mads?
Almost at 360.
Okay. For everyone that has not gone over and seen Queen's Council, please check it out. It is a very entertaining show. I will say that. And help Mads get her subs up. We want to get her to 1,000, get her monetized as well.
Thank you.
absolutely.
And let me just say one thing, Donnie. I fucking hate you because all last night and all this morning, all I was doing was searching for goddamn fucking Phantom Zones. That's all I was doing. I'm pissed off, man. I'm like, oh fuck.
Hey, I didn't even look last night because, man, I was like, I'm gonna use these for a week or two. So I'll do a fresh batch for next Sunday because it took me like 6 hours to find them suckers. I don't know how I stumbled across that Morgan Freeman one.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was saying because it's hard to think of a movie. Then you got to think of a certain scene, and then you
Yep.
got to find it, and it's like, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
yeah.
Wait, well, Morgan Freeman?
Oh yeah.
Show her.
Here. Oh yeah, you show it. I've got it.
Let me see if I can
Hold
find
up.
it.
Chris stole it.
No, I have not. I have not made one, and that is one that I will not. But I was like, oh shit, I got to see if I have that movie someplace.
Shut the fuck up. You don't tell me how people react to me. I know what people are doing no matter what they say. Because I read minds, you dig? I don't take no shit off of you. You lying through your fucking teeth. I know it, you know it, and this fucking hoe know it.
Come on, leave him alone.
Oh my god.
Now I want to say this
That
disclaimer.
yesterday, I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
All I'm gonna do.
That does not depict any way how I feel about women. I love women. I would never do that. But that shit was funny.
All I will do is I'm gonna cut that in a high def if I can, so he has a better quality
So
version
I
of it.
went to that thing because they only go in 480. Because I tried to get all the 1080s.
Because
But
you got
483.
what you need to do is you got to find that source in 1080, right? So what I was doing is if I couldn't find it, I would look at the name of the clip or whatever. Then I punch that in and then I search until I find the 1080 one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was funny, so I had to clip that one. Guy Scar, what's going on in your neck of the woods, sir?
Well, I started pipping up my channel, dropped my first One Memento video about the Bad Batch that's coming out May 4th. Catch me on all the shows that Chris and Anzo, we're all there like this doing the same shows. So definitely tune into those. OC on Wednesday. Keeping busy. I'm working on getting my show going. So I have to give a shout out to LDG for helping me out with the graphics of the name and everything when I got that idea. So yeah, kudos.
I watched his video. Go to the basketball scenario and check out his video on the Bad Batch. A couple things with that I didn't agree with what he said, but he did make me interested in wanting to see. Because I think it's gonna be.
So you know what that means, Daddy?
What?
Shots fired, bro. Shots fired.
Yeah. I didn't tell everybody about that. I'll talk about that after the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a good segment, man. We get it rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tonight,
Shitster.
Shitster. That might be a better name. Tonight, people in the chat, we're gonna do something. I thought about it last week. It came almost to me instantly. Times we got off last week's show, but we're gonna do 5 TV shows that we were kind of bummed that got canceled, and then we're gonna do 5 movies that, in our opinion, flew under the radar, and you would like to see a sequel. When I say flew under the radar, that you thought it was good, but maybe it didn't make a lot of money, or maybe it wasn't critically acclaimed, whatever category you want to put it in, whatever label you want to put on it, but you liked it, whether other people didn't like it or not. So
Flew under the radar, and then also 5 sequel.
Yeah, flew under the radar. You liked it. Maybe people didn't like it, and then you personally would like to have seen a sequel to it.
I have a feeling I'm going to get Phantom Zoned a lot tonight.
This is really subjective, unless it's one that Blank Man. Now, Blank, I'm telling you right now, Blank Man, and what's that damn the other one? Meteor Man. You might be in the zone.
I have not seen
Other than
that,
you might be safe. And we're gonna start off number 5 with Anzo. TV show.
Sorry about that. TV show?
Yep, the number 5 TV show that you were sad it got canceled or the series ended.
I'm gonna go with The Greatest American Hero. I used to love that show. That show was fire. It had it was funny. It was good, I think it only had 2 seasons. I would have liked to have seen more of it, but number 5 is Greatest American Hero.
Okay. Man, so what's your number 5?
Number 5, Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
It was a great show. They really should have let it continue.
It was very dark.
True.
Okay. Chris, what was your number 5 TV show?
Number 5, The Following.
Never heard of that.
It was out for 2 seasons. There was a gap. Kevin Bacon, I think, might have been in it. I'd have to go back and look, but basically, it kind of had the Hannibal Lecter vibe. This guy was at odds with a serial killer who was a cannibal and like had a cult following. And it was they basically killed him off at the end of the first season, and then they got renewed, and they're like, and they brought him back. It was a mess, but it was really weird and interesting. So, and I guess I would also put like tied with that Alcatraz. And I don't know if you saw that had Sam Neill, is it? Oh shit! No. Anyways,
Especially some Kansas City shows.
no, they were national.
Okay. Guy Scar, what's your number 5?
Runaways.
It must be a Canadian show. Never heard of that.
Runaways? From the X-Men. From Marvel.
It's the mutant show, yeah.
Yeah.
The Runaways.
I didn't watch that shit. Okay.
Oh, sorry you feel that way, Danny.
My number 5, I get into these courtroom dramas a lot. And there was a show that came on last year called For the People.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was very smart how they had like the federal defense attorneys against the federal prosecutors. And it was a very good dynamic. What was really crazy to me is that the supervisors dated each other. It took a young defense attorney to figure out that wasn't wrong, that they shouldn't be friends like that because it would cause them to not fight as hard or not be as aggressive and not give the client the full their full defensive tactics, whatever the case may be. I thought it was a very good show, but it got canceled after 2 seasons. And I wish it would not have. I was a little bummed on that, but that is my number 5. All right. Anzo, what is your number 4, sir?
My number 4, I'm going to go with Almost Human. This was a show with Dredd, the guy who played Dredd. What's his name?
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban and Michael Early. Michael Early was basically a robot, kind of like a cyborg type of thing. Michael Early. Ely, that's it, yeah. The show was pretty good, man. I didn't catch it from the start, but when I did watch it, I was like, okay, the show is good. And then next thing you know, canceled. So that's my number 4.
Okay. Mads, what's your number 4, man?
Actually, I'm going to go with agree with Geisler on this one. Runaways was definitely one that ended too soon.
Thank you, Matt.
Canadian.
It's not a Canadian thing; it's a superhero thing.
Okay, Mr. Knight, what is your number 4?
I'll go with Cheers. It ran its course. I think it ended fairly well, but I loved that show growing up, and I still think it was a really good show. I think if it had kept going, let's say if they were to do it today, they would have integrated, a good wider variety of a casting. But for what it was, when it was, everybody knew that bar. Everybody could walk into that bar, and still to this day, you know where you go, and you get the same feeling. It was really nice, that show, just the way it was done. I liked it a lot. So,
Okay. Guy Scar, what's your number 4, sir?
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap. Oh man, that's a blast from the past.
That show, I don't know, man. It was like
Do you remember Voyagers?
Voyagers.
Voyagers. Quantum Leap stole Voyagers. Voyagers came out first.
Oh, really? No. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember it.
Quantum Leap's a good choice. I didn't think about that one. I'd put that on my list for sure.
Voyagers was this one guy named Phineas Fogg, and he was a time traveler.
Okay.
He had the manual, but he lost the manual somewhere in time, so he had to get this little boy who was like a history geek expert. The little boy would go with him through time.
Oh, okay, I can see where you're getting. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like trash.
Yeah. You should change your icon to trash.
I should.
Be very careful with the next thing you say.
I just remember everybody talking about that show in high school and stuff, and when it was the finale, everybody was so freaking bummed.
Okay.
Ziggy.
My number 4 is The Shield. I thought that was the best show on
TV. Shit, yeah.
Michael Chiklis.
Mm-hmm.
I said, damn, how the hell is this cop doing this shit and not getting caught?
You know, I never watched that show. Wasn't really feeling it, but there was one season that I watched. I think it was the season finale where Anthony Anderson came in. And I was like, oh, shit, he came in like a bad man, too. He had the cops on the floor and shit and was like, yo. I was like, what?
Anderson, man, he is underrated, man, because he can play all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think his name was Dante on there, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, he did good. I was like, oh, shit, he made me want to watch that show for sure.
It's good, man. Really good. One thing Nick hate, man, when you because his children were like autistic or something, you do something to kids, that sucker, man, he would, man. I know the most seen this drug dealer was doing something to, and he didn't like when men beat on their women. And boy, he put the man's face on the hot iron on the stove. There's some more stuff too that's kind of a bit too adult for this show, but some shit on The Shield, boy, was serious. So The Shield was a show that I was pretty much bummed whenever they canceled it. Well, not canceled it when the series ended. Okay, now we're gonna jump and do 2 movies. So, Anzo, what is your number 5 movie that you want to see a sequel to?
I wouldn't say sequel to, but yeah, I'll go with number 5, which was The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox.
Dude,
that was a fucking good movie, man, and it was funny and everything.
Well, you can say it flew under the radar. We put in that category too.
Yeah, flew under the radar. That's what I actually picked here. That was one of the movies that I really thought was good, and I wanted to see more of that kind of.
Is that like a vampire movie or something?
Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've seen
but it's really good.
His 2 movies he was known for after Back to the Future when he was an adult, Doc Hollywood and The Frighteners. I thought they were good. I didn't think that they were. Too. What?
Teen Wolf also.
Well, Teen Wolf was when he was a teenager. I'm talking about when he was an adult, or like. So after all the teenage stuff he did these 2 movies, Frighteners and Doc Hollywood, where he basically played an adult. And I think people kind of shit on him a bit too much for those.
You got kind of pigeonholing those romantic comedies, because he was in a Secret. He did, but
no, wait.
Yes, he was, and that was a good movie too.
Mm-hmm.
The Secret of My Success. That was a really good movie. I like that one.
Oh yeah.
You slept with an aunt.
Yeah.
But I mean, The Frighteners was a really good movie.
I agree.
Okay, Madge, what is your number 5 movie that flew under the radar, or you want to see a sequel to?
District 9.
Oh,
Mhm.
The way that ended off, it really needed a sequel. It felt so
Actually,
incomplete.
they're actually doing a District 10, so they're doing a sequel for that.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I'm still sticking with it.
What's that about?
It's
South Africa. Spaceship.
yeah, spaceship comes to
Creatures.
Earth, aliens are in Earth, and then there's this reporter guy. He goes
Aliens
to
live in a quarantine zone. It's actually
your mic, Mads. Your mic, robot. Yeah,
better?
so yeah, that's better.
Okay.
That's better. Yeah, so yeah, and then he goes and there's this little canister that he gets, and it busts open in his face, and it starts to turn him into an alien. And his whole thing is to get back to the planet, so that he can get a cure for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of that movie though. I didn't really like it so much.
It was cool.
It was all
Like
right.
you just didn't expect it, right? It was like a movie that was you just saw it there. Like I remember, I forgot what platform I saw it off of, or someone told me to watch it.
Mm.
Yeah, it was like zero hype about it, and all of a sudden, it just people started talking about it. And that's it. It was more like word of mouth than anything back then. So,
I mean, it wasn't bad. Just
Okay.
it's because Mad said it. If I was said it'd be trash.
You're damn right.
It was a thinker type movie, slightly socio-political.
Yeah,
What she said.
South Africa.
Yeah,
right?
exactly what she said.
Chris, what was your number 5 movie?
Identity. That flew under the radar, right?
Or you want to see a sequel to either or.
Oh, well, I've got like tons of movies then, if that's what you want to do, because I separated them out.
Identity. That sounds familiar.
John Cusack plays an investigator who him and a group of like 6, 7 some odd people get stopped because of bad weather at a motel, and then people start getting killed left and right. And he starts trying to figure out who it is because he is transporting a convict who I think is a murderer, if I remember right.
Oh,
But
right. With Ray Liotta as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard of it. I never watched it though.
Guy Scar, what's your number 5?
My number 5. It's actually the same one as Mads. District 9. Yeah.
Copycat. You're just sitting here
No,
copying people's movies, bro. Yeah, you got no list. You're just waiting for us to say the movies, and you're like, oh yeah, that's the other one.
Want me to share my screen? I'll show you my list. Shit.
Okay. Well, I'm going way back from this one.
Way back.
But I want to see a sequel to this on today to see how they would improve it. But I want to see a new version of Crush Groove.
Oh.
Mhm.
Where is it?
Mhm. Okay.
I have it somewhere here. I actually have that movie.
Man, I
Yeah,
thought
the one that is supposed to be in my house. That's the one you're
Yeah,
talking
the
about?
one that was gonna drop off, but you didn't want the chair either. So
Well, if you said you were gonna drop the movie, then I would have said, "Fuck it, drop the movie."
bitch.
if I was ruined, I would have beat my brother's butt. He'd take my woman like he did Sheila.
They didn't really take his woman. The woman didn't want the dude. She didn't want Run.
I'd take my shell toe and whip him like a damn slave. Okay, I'm gonna give you what you.
Well,
That was my number 5. Number 4 movie, Anzo.
Yep, number 4 underrated movie. I'm actually going with Hoodlum.
Oh man, yes, that is awesome.
Watched that movie just a couple of weeks ago, and Lawrence Fishburne's portrayal is so good in that movie.
It holds up, man. It holds up.
Yeah, it does. I also like the guy that played the bad guy.
When he got killed at the end.
Yeah.
You know what? He was the bad guy in the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, Dutch. That's it. He played Dutch Schultz in the movie. Yeah, that movie was so good, man. Very, very underrated movie.
Yeah, it was. Cicely Tyson was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good movie. No, Vanessa Williams was in there too.
Yes. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, very good movie. Very good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa Williams, yes.
All right. Chris, what is your number 4?
Again, I'm going to go with Flew Under the Radar. If you want me to go over my sequel ones later, I can. Mad Max Fury Road.
Talking about with
trash.
Talking about the last Mad Max.
What?
The last Mad Max.
Yes, with Bane.
Trash.
Absolute trash. Horrible ass movie.
I thought it was great. I think it fits right with everything else.
And the trash.
Let me find my trash can. I'm pretty sure it's full. I mean, tomorrow's trash day, so maybe that's where it came from. I don't know. I just
no, man. If you like it, you liked it. Just for me, I wasn't feeling it.
I'm just playing.
It's fine. It's a white man's movie, I guess. I'm just...
Sorry. I wasn't gonna say it, but okay.
I did, but you're not quite white, guys. Scar, you're like
almost albino.
Yeah, well, you see, but you're more like what would it be? Opaque.
Shade of gray. I don't know.
Ooh.
Alrighty, Mads. What is your number 4 movie?
This is one I wanted to see a sequel. I don't know if it flew under the radar or not, and there is no chance a sequel ever happened now. The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Ooh, yeah.
I loved the movie. I really wanted to see a sequel to it, but yeah, with all of the stuff that went on with the one actor, that's never going to happen.
Pascal, what's your number 4?
I'm gonna pick from my list of would love to see a sequel, and I would say I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
Trash.
It was not trash.
You like I Am Legend, Alonzo?
No, I did not.
The released, I think it was the theatrical release ending was not as good as the
one they cut out.
You liked the alternate ending?
Mm-hmm.
You liked it more?
I did too.
With the whole butterfly on behind the neck and
him actually
the
dying.
The zombies liking each other.
And him actually dying. Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
No, the one him dying was the actual one, wasn't it?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'd have to go back and really watch it.
The one him dying is when he had the grenade.
Yes.
Right.
When the guy busted the window, he blew up.
Yeah, the alternate is the opposite way. He rolls out the woman on the gurney.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that alternate one though, because there's some feeling behind it. So
I thought he survived in the original.
I had to go back and
because doesn't he end up traveling with the girl at the end, going to the top?
No, because that would have made sense.
She gives the vial of the blood.
His blood to the two people.
Yeah, because the theatrical version, it's the whole butterfly symbolism, right? That's behind the woman's neck, and so it ties in with the is the daughter or the son? I don't remember if it's the daughter who talks about butterflies in the car and the whole, there's a whole like hints about that throughout the movie, and he gives the vial of blood to her,
assuming someone will know what to do with it when they get there.
Exactly. So, and then he pulls himself with a freaking grenade.
All right. My number 4 is Brightburn. I want to see a part 2 of that. I think it flew under the radar too. I don't know why people didn't like it as much. I remember when I went there, I was like one of 6 in the theater. I was like, really? But I thought the movie was fire. And I'm curious to see whether or not they're going to incorporate the evil Wonder Woman and the evil Aquaman, like they kind of implicated at the end of the movie. So I definitely thought it flew under the radar, and I definitely want to see a part 2 of Brightburn.
That's like an evil Superman, right?
Yeah.
Little boy
I
comes
haven't
out to Earth and he is evil.
I think Hansel told me to watch that back in the day.
Sick.
All right. We're going back to TV shows. And Anzo, what is your number 3?
Number 3 TV show that got canceled that I was really upset about, and it's an animation. It's going to be Wolverine and the X-Men. That cartoon was sick, and the way it ends, it looks like it was going into the Age of Apocalypse, which was one of my favorite comic book series, and the fact that we didn't get to see that really pissed me off. I was like, man, I can't wait to see what they do with this, right? Because in that comic book, you got Psylocke and Wolverine as Cyclops, Jesus, and Wolverine as enemies, and they're fighting. And he's the one that blew off one of Wolverine's adamantium hands and shit. It was just a really good comic. It was well done, and I would have loved to seen that in cartoon form. So, X-Men and the Wolverines.
Okay.
Wolverine and X-Men, sorry.
All right. Chris, what is your number 3 TV show?
TV show Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. I was a big Dark Crystal fan. Jim Henson, Muppets. I mean, but it's darker than that. But they did I think it was on Netflix. They did a series, and it was awesome. It was done so well, and then Netflix pulled it. And I have no clue why, because I think it was getting good viewership, and I mean, I know the production had to be hell, but still, I really like that.
Okay. Maz, what is your number 3 TV show?
Okay, I am going to have to go kind of mirror Anzo with a cartoon. I was big into Saturday morning cartoons, and there was the Winx Club. They ended that too soon. They
What? What
the
club?
The Winx Club. They actually came out with a trashy live action recently.
What is this about?
Something's on.
Kiss my butt.
What is this about?
No problem.
A girls learning to be fairies and all of that stuff. It's one of those pure.
No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction.
But they left it off with her still needing to save her parents, and that bugs me.
Okay. Guy Scar, what's your number 3?
My number 3 would be The Punisher.
Talking about the Netflix Punisher? Okay.
I really enjoyed that series. When I heard that they canceled it, I was bummed.
Okay. Not mad at that.
They might, because there's a lot of talk of them doing it on Disney Plus, which would be good for you if you want to see it. So keep your hope up, because they might do something with it.
Yeah, they were talking about that, Daredevil, and apparently they said they want to bring them all back. But the ones that mostly interested me was Daredevil and the Punisher.
Because I want to see the season 2 to the Defenders. That was getting good. They left with him in the hospital. I think the nun or something found him. Like, okay, why the hell did y'all not make a second lead? Got people guessing and waiting and wondering what the fuck was going on.
Right.
I thought it was okay. I thought it could have been better, but the only thing I really liked about the Defenders was the chemistry between, even though I hate the guy that plays Iron Fist, him and Luke Cage's
Iron Fist, Luke Cage.
yeah, their chemistry was pretty good. They had some funny banters back and forth.
My number 3 TV show is a show called The Deputy. I thought this show was awesome. I found out about a month ago that it was canceled. Me and my wife kind of broke down and cried and held each other. Like, no, no. And in fact, I called the damn company and this is what I told them.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Didn't mommy and daddy show you enough attention?
I've wanted to do that to multiple TV groups for their decisions on canceling shows.
This show is about a deputy. He's like the lowest person, one of the lowest people on the totem pole. They had some crazy rule that when the sitting sheriff dies, the oldest living deputy that's duty takes over as the sheriff until the next election. And this guy was like a renegade, but he was straight, man. And man, the shit he did in those like 8 months he became sheriff was damn stuff's a legend. So why the hell they damn cancel it? And the guy that played him was the bad guy that played in the first Blade, Steven Dortikoff or whatever the hell is it?
Steven Dortikoff.
He was the sheriff, man. He was awesome. So I was really bummed out when we found out that show was canceled. But it's called The Deputy. Okay, we're going back to movies. Ozzo, what is your number 3 movie?
My number 3 movie, I'm gonna go with again under the radar. 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome.
That movie was so good, man. I remember watching that movie the first time, and I'm like, kind of, you know what I mean? Seeing it, you're like, it wasn't something that I would just go and watch. But as I watched it, that movie was fucking sick, man.
Yep.
The way he's sitting there and he's just listening to the people talk, and boom, next thing you know, he learns their language and everything.
Yep. They was like, what?
He can speak it, yeah.
You don't know what the hell that damn fireworm is, man, until they show you what the hell that is.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was crazy. Yeah. I like that movie.
Yeah, really good movie. So that's what I'm going for with my number
definitely flew under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Chris, what is your number 3 movie, sir?
Well, again, I'll do flew under the radar. I think Serenity, which is a part of the Firefly series, in that vein of stuff. I think it flew under the radar. I mean, anybody who knew Firefly knew that, but I just think it didn't have enough pull. But I think it was a really good movie.
Okay. Mads, what is your number 3?
Hellboy 2, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the movie. I loved the story behind it. Guillermo del Toro's characters are gorgeous as always. And they left it off with her announcing that she was pregnant. So I so wanted to see the sequel. That never happened with that one.
What's the name of the show you said?
Hellboy 2, The Golden Army.
Oh, shit.
That's true. Forgot about that.
It wasn't bad.
Right.
Wasn't the guy that played her brother played in Blade the kind of hybrid vampire that was eating other vampires?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I can't think of his name. Okay, Hellboy 2, Golden Army. All right. Ascar, what's your number 3 movie, sir?
I would have to say below the radar, American Me.
Okay. That's with the guy from Miami Vice, ain't it?
That was with Edward James Olmos.
Very good movie.
Yeah. That was an awesome movie. So like gets gangs, then he goes to jail, and in jail he works his way up in the whole gang thing. It was awesome. I don't think a lot of people would even think of that movie. Just like some of you guys said some titles, I was like,
my
that's a
number
good thing
3,
about these shows.
yeah, movies that where you forgotten, but bam, I ain't even thought about that. A movie that I am dying to see a part 2. I know they don't do it because it's probably about 40 years now. I would love to see a new version of The Last Starfighter.
Oh,
I thought that was
a sequel or a remake?
Or reboot, sequel, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it.
I'd be okay with a sequel. I'd be okay with a remake as long as it stuck heavily to the original.
When I first saw that show, I was like, "Feels right here." Did it come out before? Did it come out before Star Wars, also?
No, it was 86.
that was after.
Yeah, it was like after the original trilogy came out.
We're watching that in the gym in elementary school.
But that movie to me was awesome. So I definitely would love to see a sequel to that. Okay, going back to TVs. And what is your number 2, Anzo? Number 2 for TV.
Number 2 TV that I thought was canceled way too soon was Swamp Thing. Yeah, I really liked the first season. They canceled that shit after the first episode was aired. You know what I mean? But it was like more like horror movie type of superhero show, and they did a good job, man. Swamp Thing looked good. It was creepy and everything. Yeah, Swamp Thing is number 2. They should have never canceled that show.
Okay. All right. What's your number 2, Chris?
The 90s Flash.
90s Flash.
Should have had that one.
I had that one.
I loved John Wesley's ship, and I think that I don't even remember how many seasons it was on. I just remember I loved
one season.
Just one? See, it's been so long I can't even remember. But
I think it was like 20-something episodes, though, if I'm not mistaken.
It probably was. But still, I mean,
he was
I think they had it right for the most part. When I go back and I watch some of it now, it's kind of like, But
compared to this Flash, isn't it kind of cartoonish?
Yeah, but that was fine. It had a kind of superhero-ish feel. It was like if you took a serious superhero and you wrote it kind of like the Greatest American Hero. It was kind of like that. But I just think that the show probably wrong time, wrong place. But I just remember we watched that when, and it was.
The only thing it doesn't really hold up today.
No, but back then, I mean, again, back then it worked.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, 100%.
Oh yeah, I mean, it just you watch it now, it's like
when he's running and shit, he's doing like okay,
yeah, it's
yeah.
What I didn't like, one thing I didn't like when he goes too fast, he gets like a sugar rush or opposite of a sugar rush. He's dizzy and stuff. This new Flash, you don't have that. I didn't like that one thing.
John Wesley Shipp is still one of my favorite Flashes.
He's
still one of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
I just say if you go back and watch it, if he exerts too much energy, he has like a blackout or something, and you got to take him a few seconds to recuperate. I've never seen that in the comic books anywhere else except that show.
I can see where they were going with that because a Flash does have to consume an insane amount of calories just to maintain his weight and all of that. I could see doing the overexerting, putting somebody into like kind of like a blackout or dizzy type situation.
Okay. Mads, what is your number 2 TV show?
Okay, I'm going to jump to a BBC show for this one. Yeah. And that's British television for you perverts.
Yes, we know.
Making sure. you guys never hesitate to tease me about this kind of stuff.
Wow. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it right away, but yeah.
I was like, what show are you talking about?
I was like, oh hell.
No, I'm probably getting the name of this one wrong. It was only one season, and it was such a shame and they had to write it off. They had to close it off really fast because it was ended quickly. which was a real shame, and the latter half of it, really suffered because of this. But Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh yeah, I remember. I saw that one.
Still,
what was really good about that show is that when he actually changed, he grew like taller, and I don't know how he got more muscular, but that show was crazy.
It was still him, but you could see the physical change, and it was just brilliant.
Yeah, that was a good show. We couldn't find at the end how his mom had the same damn affliction too.
That it was genetic. I liked that.
Yeah, that was a good show. Basco.
Yeah,
number two.
My number 2 is the A-Team.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Also would work in the movie section.
No.
I like the movie better than the show.
What?
I do.
Phantom Zone yourself, sir.
For real.
No, I agree. I agree with him on that one. I really like the movie too.
Phantom Zone, both your asses.
You're really obsessed with my ass.
No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction.
I mean, the whole... It's not true.
I want to put the other one, man, but I want to get that damn copyright strike again. God, I got to shorten that one.
The whole Murdoch, B.A. Baracus, Face, Hannibal. Loves it when a plan comes together. It was epic.
I don't like the BA. I like Mr. T better. I like the movie Hannibal better.
You mean Liam Neeson and Hannibal?
Yep.
No.
That sucker. I like that part he said, give me 60 seconds, I'm good. Give me 6 months, I'm better or something. Then last part he said, give me a year, I'm unbeatable.
Yeah.
That shit was hell, boy. That might be my next clip.
There you go.
I will totally give Charlito Copley did a fantastic Mad Dog.
What?
The original one or the one in the movie?
The movie. He did a fantastic, absolutely fantastic. That whole thing of him trying to steal the ambulance by using the crash cart, or spinning around on the helicopter blades. Love that.
Okay.
Suicide.
My number 2, boy, when this show went off and I saw the last episode, I was mad as hell. Because I think this is one of the best shows ever. I never miss an episode. Every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock. Sons of Anarchy. God, that show was awesome. When they said Kurt sort of said he want to go out on top, what the hell? You're going to go out on top, make 2 or 3 more seasons. But he cut it about 2 seasons short, and he killed the star of the show. I was pissed off, so.
I hated that show.
God,
I still haven't finished watching it. I stopped like at season 2 or 3 episodes in.
Man, that show fire, boy. Now they got the Myers on now, and it ain't. No.
Orale Holmes, you don't like the bikers, Mexican bikers?
I got to do with the nationality. It just don't have that same flavor as Sons, man.
Mexicans have flavor.
Well, they don't have the
all
flavor
types of taco flavors, man. All types of dipping sauce.
No.
I'm saying.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Didn't mommy and daddy show you enough attention?
No, they didn't actually.
Time to go back to the movies. Alonzo, what is your number 2 movie?
I'm gonna go with something that I wanted to see a sequel to, or that I would have liked to have seen a sequel to.
Okay.
And it's gonna be Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh yes. Kurt Russell.
Supposedly, The Rock is working on it.
Oh yeah, that would be good if they make a sequel to it. I loved that movie, man. That movie is where they got the idea for Raiden.
Yep.
You
well, okay. The movie took the idea of the thunder god of Asian culture and put it in there. And I think all he's called is the Thunder God. Raiden is actually a Thunder God, I think, in that. So they kind of both took from the same spot. But I think the look they took from Big Trouble.
No, they everything. If you go back and listen to the guys that made it, Raiden was from Big Trouble Little China.
And they didn't even know what they were doing, did they?
Yeah, that's where they got the idea from. I was like, okay, that's pretty good, pretty dope. Yeah. So that's the movie I definitely.
The guy with the hat with the blades on it, they incorporated that eventually too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell
was a star.
It was Raiden and the one that could blow itself up. What was the third guy?
The third guy was
Wind or something.
With the hat.
That was Kung Lao.
I can't remember what his
Kung Lao,
was.
that's the name. Jesus Christ.
What I'm saying in Big Trouble in Little China, it was three guys. One was electric, and the one could blow itself up big. What was the third guy's power?
I don't remember, Danny. I really don't remember.
Okay. All right, Chris, what is your number 2 movie?
Again, I'll stick with Flew Under the Radar. Final Cut. It was with it's called The Final Cut or Final Cut. I can't remember exactly, but it has Robin Williams in it. I think I've mentioned this in here before, and I love this movie. Basically, it's the future. Everybody has a chip in their brain that records every living moment from the moment you were born. And they have these people, they're called cutters, and their job is once you die, they edit your life movie into something palatable that can be shown at your funeral. Robin Williams is the best cutter. Everybody wants him to do it. So this one lady comes after her husband dies and says, I want you to do it. And he's like, he's kind of like really particular about who he picks. And so he finally accepts it. And as he's cutting this man's life movie, he comes across some stuff that basically puts him in danger because now he knows things that he's not supposed to. So, and that's basically what the movie's premise is that he's on the run from these people who are trying to chase him down. But I highly suggest if you have not seen that movie, look it up. And maybe you won't like it, but I personally think it's some of the best work Robin Williams has ever done. And it wasn't one of his comedies. It was one of his like dark movies.
Oh, he went dark. That was that was.
Where's the one where he didn't sleep at night?
Insomnia.
Mm-hmm. I love that one. 1 hour photo, even though it's absolutely creepy. 1 hour photo is good.
Mm-hmm.
Death to Smoochie, but that's still a comedy. But I love Death to Smoochie. I could put that on this list too. But yeah, I don't know. And then The Final Cut. Those are 4 movies that I don't think he's nearly credited enough for because it was kind of like when he did Dead Poets Society. There was a lot of meat in there compared to what he normally did. But I love that movie, Final Cut.
And one with Matt Damon. I can't think of it.
That's Dead. Yeah.
No.
Wait.
No. It's when Matt Damon's like the genius.
Yeah.
It goes off with Good Will Hunting.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good Will.
Who is next? Mads, what is your number 2 movie, ma'am?
I know I'm gonna get Phantom Zone for this one. But I really did like this one. I know a lot of people didn't, but as soon as we got into the end credit teasers, I was literally there in the audience celebrating, and that is Green Lantern.
Shut the fuck up. You don't tell me how people react to me. I know what people are doing no matter what they say, because I read minds, you dig? I don't take no shit off of you. You're lying through your fucking teeth. I know it, you know it, and this fucking hoe know it.
Come on, leave me alone.
I knew that was coming.
Green Lantern, come on, man.
As soon as Sinestro put on the yellow ring, man, I was hyped for the second movie.
Oh my god.
So Ryan Reynolds was too.
I can't believe I'm writing this down in this log. Green Lantern 2. What the hell?
There totally should have been a sequel.
I want to see us initial movie. I don't want to see no parts of that Green Lantern. Guyscar, what's your number 2?
I would have to go for sequels. A movie that I always wanted to see a sequel of when I was younger was The Goonies.
The Goonies.
Mhm.
I always wanted to see Goonies 2 and never got one.
They don't make them 80 movies like they used to, man. God, those movies are.
You couldn't make that movie anymore either. I mean,
Yeah.
just think about it this way. Just the scene where he's tipping the freaking rear view mirror down and looking at her legs. That's so chauvinistic and so wrong these days, because now they not only bring up the fact that here's this rich guy that thinks money's going to get him whatever he wants, but on top of it, she's probably only 16.
Oh, come on.
But nobody thought about that.
Everything about Data would not fly today.
Oh, that too. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Chunk. Oh, we can't make fun of a kid who's fat.
The waffle,
And
the waffle shuffle?
yeah, the truffle shuffle. Yeah. Dude, yeah, no, all of that. All of that. And it's horrible because if you think about it, I understand, okay, the stereotypes, with Data and stuff like that, but still, it's innocently done. You don't think they're doing it because he's Asian. You like the character because he's a good character for the movie.
Yeah.
Everybody will attack that, but they won't think about it. Look at this. This is a diverse group of kids that are having fun together. They're going outside. Oh my God, what are we thinking?
Or hell, that whole scene where Mouth is translating incorrectly. Everything he says would not be okay.
Cinco mitas, or whatever. Like, we'll lock you in the closet for 2 weeks without food and water or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like, wow.
Okay.
Rosalita, did you understand that? I think you're gonna be very happy here. She's like, oh my God, what the fuck am I?
Oh, it was great.
I would definitely go for a 2.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
My number 2, I'm going way back again to the 80s. This movie I thought was fantastic. It stars what Kurt Russell? What's his name? I know. About an alien and a human got stuck on the planet together.
Alien Mine.
Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine, yeah.
That is
Lou Gossett Jr.
Quaid. It's Dennis
Dennis
Quaid.
Quaid, yeah.
Dennis Quaid and Lou Gossett Jr.
Yes,
I
and
thought
that's a
that movie
great fucking
was
movie.
Fantastic. I would love to see a remake or a part 2 to it to see what that little boy, once he had a little boy, how do they bring the two civilizations together, because he had to go and pronounce that name and all that crazy different things. I'd like to see how that's going to progress now. That was an awesome movie, so I wouldn't mind seeing that movie.
When you said that, I thought you were talking about Mac and Me.
No. No. I'm gonna go back to a rehash of 2 through 5s for TV for each and every one of us. I will start off with Anzo. His number 2 was Swamp Thing. Number 3 was Wolverine and the X-Men. Number 4 was Almost Human. Number 5 was Greatest American Hero. Gascar. Number 2 was A-Team. Number 3 was Punisher. Number 4 was Quantum Leap. Number 5 was Runaways. Mads. Number 2 was Jekyll and Hyde. Number 3 was Winx Club. Number 4 was Runaways. Number 5 was Swamp Thing. Chris, number 2 was 90s Flash. Number 3 was Dark Crystal TV show. Number 4 was Cheers. Number 5 was The Following. For movies, for me, mine number 2 was Sons of Anarchy, The Deputy, Shield, and For the People. For the movie, mine was number 2, Enemy Mine. Number 3, Last Starfighter. Number 4, Brightburn. Number 5, Crush Groove. Anzo's was Big Trouble in Little China, The 13th Warrior, Hoodlum, and Frighteners. Guy Scars was Goonies, American Me, I Am Legend, and District 9. Mavs was Green Lantern 2, Hellboy 2, Golden Army, Man from Uncle, and District 9. And Chris's was Final Cut, Serenity, Mad Max Fury Road, and Identity. Now, number one TV show that you were bummed, and I know what it is, so it ain't even no surprise that you were bummed, crying, upset,
I was pissed.
took the bottle of Hennessy and killed it. What was that, Anzo?
You said you know what it is.
Uh-huh.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Tell him.
It's lost.
Well, huh?
It's lost.
No. Lost ended perfectly. I was so happy with the way Lost ended.
You're the only person I've ever heard, I think, say that Lost ended perfectly.
Because
I've never watched it.
Because the people that watched it, I don't want to say they didn't understand it, but a lot of people really didn't, and I got it. I got it right away, so that's why it wasn't Lost. I like the way Lost ended. That was my favorite show. But the one that I was canceled, I was upset that was canceled and then going back to when I was growing up was Manimal. I used to love that show. Man. Man.
I thought of it and I didn't write it down though.
But you know, man, I love that show, Anzo, but it don't hold up, man. You watch it now.
I'm sure.
You're like, what the hell?
And it was between that and the one with the car. I just couldn't remember the fucking name of it.
Automan?
Automan, that's it. Yeah. That's it. One of those two. You know what I mean? Those were the two shows that I really liked watching growing up. So pick your poison, whichever one you want to put there, not a problem. But those are the two shows that I was really upset they canceled when I was growing up.
Minimum was tight, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chris, what is your number one TV show that you were bummed when it got canceled? That you went to your cabinet, you saw that vanilla Ciroc, said, fuck it, I'm about to turn it to the...
I probably would kill myself with that whole damn bottle, but we'll see one of these nights because I might open it and do that. All right, this is kind of a bookend thing for me. So there's one that I don't think got enough time to do anything that I was bummed that got canceled. That's Firefly. Then on the opposite end of it, maybe it just was how they did it, and then they kept on like saying, okay, we're going to bring it back, and then it's like, no, we're going to bring it back. No, X-Files. I love the X-Files, and I really wish they just would have committed to really just coming back with it, but it's heartbreaking.
Was that an NBC or a Fox show?
It was a Fox. And it was, you could see that they were trying to give people what they wanted, but Gillian Anderson just doesn't want to do it anymore. And so I think she's put the kibosh on it completely. A lot of things I've heard say that her and
David Duchovny.
Yeah, David Duchovny just cannot stand each other. So,
well, there's a lot of bad beef there, right?
Not giving them enough money.
Well,
she didn't get enough money. You can stand each other.
They didn't. He sat out for almost a whole season, and then they gave him a boatload of money, and they would not give her more money. So she was mad because she's like, "This is a team show, and if I don't get the," so that was that whole women don't get paid as much as men thing. And I don't disagree with her. I'm not saying that was wrong because no, I would say as much as I love Fox Mulder, I love tuning in to see her every week because there was just something about her that was 100%. Like, oh yeah.
You see,
redhead. That's why.
My only problem with her is that she's been through a lot with Mulder, but every time he would say it's like, she'd be like, "No, it's not that. I don't believe it." You know what I mean? And I couldn't take that anymore because it was.
They played it back and forth. He would completely say, "No, I was wrong. This is all this," and then she said, "But wait, how can you believe that after all we've seen?" And so they play it back and forth, and that did get kind of old after a while. And then they took David Duchovny out for that whole season and a half or whatever. He came back for the last. And they got Robert Patrick.
He got married to the chick there and moved to California, and then he didn't want to do the show anymore because they didn't give him enough money.
He wanted more money. That was the big thing. He wanted, but Robert Patrick, I believe, T2. the T-1000. He came and played for a while, and then he was the doubter, and she was more the believer. And they were getting to a good spot with that, and if they had just stuck with that, I would have been okay with that. But then they felt like they had to try to wrap it up, and then they didn't really wrap it up. And then they made another movie after that. That movie felt more like a TV series, and then they really did try the last 2 seasons to finish that show off, and they just couldn't pull it together, and it drives me nuts.
Okay.
I thought David Duchovny left. I'm sorry, Danny. Go ahead.
I'm just saying sometimes you can't create that magic because to me,
Yeah.
the first season of Heroes was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They did that when they did their reboot. I was like, "What the hell is this?" So I didn't even watch that like second or third episode.
The first 2 seasons of Heroes are off the chain. It's after the third one, they had the writer's strike and everything, and then they kept making Siler good, then bad, then good, then bad. They couldn't make up their
I
minds.
didn't mind that part. It's just like they just got stupid.
Yeah. They just kept going back and forth with it. It just really got bad. But the first 2 seasons are like epic television.
That's
really
you
good.
can take that finger and start cutting. Damn. Like, look at this motherfucker.
Stan Lee appears in one of those, huh?
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's the bus driver.
So.
He's the bus driver. And
Okay, Mads, what is your number one TV show that when it went off, you got bummed? You had to get an injection of chocolate.
You had to phrase it like that.
Had to get an injection of a couple chocolates, bro.
Damn it, it's not fair. Okay, Mads, what was your show?
Cloak and Dagger.
Oh my God, where is it? Let me find it. Where is it at? Oh my goodness.
I have that next to my.
I ain't even got one for this. I don't even have one for this.
It was a good show, and honestly,
My name. I don't know. John Shaft. What? John Shaft.
it was
Can
a
I get
good
L-
show.
I wonder can I get LDG to replace John Shaft with Comet Chat? God, that'd be fine.
The two of them played off each other nicely, and it did a really good building of the two characters. I did like I was a fan.
Batwoman. That show's almost bad as Batwoman.
No, it wasn't.
No,
That's
no,
cool.
I liked it. I liked the first season. I didn't finish the second season, but I did actually like the first season. I didn't think it was bad.
God. Okay.
I'm just curious.
I'll stand on the island by myself.
Just curious on one thing, Danny.
I'm listening.
Did you put Catwoman on your list for movies?
No. Hell no. If it said eye candy strut, she'd be right on the top.
You know you want to see a Catwoman too, bro. Don't lie.
Yeah, see more of her in that outfit.
There's nothing I gotta see. I'm satisfied with that strut. Okay. Guy Scar, what's your number one?
I've mentioned this show before on another stream. For me, it was Dark Angel with Jessica Alba.
Yes.
That second season, it ended with the whole battle. It was a slow, and it started getting better. And then when it's going to be that final freaking battle, that was the cliffhanger, and that's where we were at. Didn't get more after that. So yeah.
I never seen that, but I might check it out. You think it's on
Hulu? Jensen Nichols.
I don't know if it's on Hulu. It was a Fox. It was on Fox.
Fox property.
Yeah.
I know Terrence would have probably agreed with you on that one.
Oh, I totally agree with him on that one. I was addicted to Dark Angel.
I heard about that series, and a buddy of mine had the box sets, and I'm like, "What's this?" And he goes, "Oh, you like it?" And then I binge watched both of them, and I'm like, "Okay, where's the third season?" And he goes, "There isn't the third season." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
I never seen it.
Yeah.
Never watched it.
The Dandelion Fluff does bring up one that has to be mentioned in any, got ended too soon series, and that's Firefly. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Do what?
Firefly.
Well, that's why I said
Serenity. That's Serenity. The movie was.
Yeah. And I think Serenity flew under the radar. Like I said, I think that those two, the movie and that, I mean, I think it was great they did the movie because it at least gave us another taste of Firefly. But I think that was just kind of like a hastily put together, let's give them an ending.
It was, but it became such a floating joke in the industry about series getting ended too soon. That it became its own joke, that it surfaced into so many movies, especially anytime Nathan Fillion was in it.
Yeah, but you see, I kind of wish that I think Serenity falls under that, flew under the radar, but I also had it listed in my list of ones I wanted to have as a sequel, more as an honorable mention because I already put it under flying under the radar. But I think it fits under both of those. I think you could have continued the show through movies. Kind of the opposite of what they did with Stargate.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. My number one is a vampire show. It only played one season, I think 13 episodes. And I was pissed off when they canceled it. It's called The Passage. I'm thinking that they're going to have Michael Morbius. From the trailers I've seen for Morbius, it looks like they stole some of the scenes and stuff out of there, the way he became a vampire. It was this one guy that was like super rich. Lady had Alzheimer's, and her husband didn't want to let her die, so he found this old cave in this young boy that was lived for hundreds and hundreds of years. Come to find out was a vampire. The billionaire was in love with his wife, and he was the first person that got bit by the vampire. When they brought it back, he gave him all kind of crazy powers. And for whatever reason, he had to get 13 of those people. So whenever he got 13, he could break out and do all kind of crazy and wondrous things. There was a little black girl that she could cope with that, and she was able to defeat him because she was just as powerful as he was. It was a good show. I thought it was going to turn into something really good, but it counts after one season. But it's called The Passage. So
for that,
I was pissed.
That means it wasn't that good.
Okay. Now we go into movies. Alonzo, what is your number one movie that you want to see a sequel to, or you thought flew under the radar?
Well, my number one movie is going to go for both categories. But before I say that, I just have to put this out there because I watched it last night. If any of you are Walking Dead fans and if you haven't seen the last episode of Walking Dead, please watch that shit. It's Negan's backstory. It is fucking fire. It's one of the best episodes that they put out in a long time. And
is
with
that the finale?
I think it is the finale for this. No, not for the season. Not for the series, for the season. Yeah. It's the finale for the season.
There's still another season? Or
there's one more season. Season 11 is the last season.
Jesus Christ.
But it is so good. It is so good. Now, as for the movie, this movie, I think I would love to see in a part 2 too. And I think it flies under the radar as well. It's They Live.
Come on, Rodney Piper?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. Rodney Piper, Keith David. It was so good. And the way it ended, you could have definitely had a sequel to that movie, right?
Kick-Ass and Chew Bubblegum.
So the two sequels that John Carpenter has announced is They Laugh and They Love. And I just read this the other day. They are
John Carpenter movie?
Yes.
Yeah. They Laugh and They Love will be available for consumption sometime in 2021. No further action is required at this time. I'd say probably next year, but he has 2 more sequels planned for that.
Yeah.
Laugh and They Love. That don't sound.
Yeah, I'll see it when they come out because they've talked about sequels planned for all these movies and then it never comes out. So yeah, but if they give me sequels, absolutely. Long as they stay true to what they did in the first one, I'll be happy with it. You know, I thought they were a really good movie. It was a really good movie. Like I said, I want to see a sequel and very underrated. So They Live.
Mm-hmm. I love that movie.
Okay. Chris, what is your number one movie that either flew under the radar or you want to see a sequel?
Again, we'll go with flew under the radar. Okay. If you guys want me to do my sequels, I can talk about those later. But Donnie Darko. It's a fucking trip. And
Never
that
really
movie,
seen it, so.
it's Kim or what does
Keanu
Danny
Reeves.
say? No. I don't think so.
No, not Keanu Reeves. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying this in a funny way, but your 5 movies, I only heard of one of them.
That's why they flew under the radar.
It's a white
America.
Danny.
I ain't saying that.
Donnie Darko is, as in Danny's words, a trigonometry movie.
Wasn't that
I think it's Joaquin Phoenix.
No,
right?
this other guy. Jake Gyllenhaal, ain't it?
I have to go back and look.
Hold on. I'm gonna look. I'm looking now.
I think it's Jake Gyllenhaal charging that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Jake Gyllenhaal. Mm-hmm. It is Jake Gyllenhaal. Yes.
It's a trip.
Man.
What's it about? What's the premise of it? 30 seconds or less?
Plane crashes. He doesn't die. The end of the world begins.
Damn. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Maz. Oh my God, I'm scared to see this. Green Lantern 2. Oh man, imagine it's gonna be 1.
Mine actually does fall into both categories. It flew under the radar and definitely deserved a sequel, especially the way they ended it, and that's The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I knew it. I somehow I knew that was going to be on your list.
I have mentioned it so many times. I've done the reading challenge. I love it. Even though the characters themselves are not true to the original books, I don't care.
Which is your favorite one out of there?
Believe it or not, Invisible Man.
I have to rewatch that. I only saw it once.
Well, I kind of like Captain Nemo. I thought he was cool in that movie.
Honestly, I prefer his Nautilus to the one in the original series, to the original books. That's absolutely correct.
Okay. Guy Scar, what is your number one movie, bro, that either you thought flew under the radar or you want to see a sequel to?
I would have to go with the sequel one. Like I picked the other ones, but this one, nope. It's one, being a Star Wars fan, I really wanted to see the sequel to this one, and that would be Spaceballs.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
Can you imagine what they could do with the new trilogy?
A Spaceballs trilogy?
The Sword Strikes Back.
Well, it'd be funny. It'd be funny actually to do 2 of them. It'd be funny to do 2 of them. One for the prequels and one for the new trilogy. The first one, Spaceballs, Before the Helmet. Mm-hmm. And then Spaceballs 2. Well, it's actually 3, but we did it for the money. There you go. And
that series was freaking hilarious, man.
It is, dude.
That so many times. I lost the creeps, I lost the bleeps, and I lost the sweeps. That's not all he lost.
Lost the beeps. I lost the sweeps.
I was like,
yeah, whatever. God, dude.
He's like, clone the planet. And everybody's cloning the planet. The black people have a pick.
What have you found?
We ain't found shit.
Shit. Dude, that's perfect.
Yeah.
What did you see? I didn't see you playing with your dolls, sir. Well, good.
My Swartz is bigger than yours.
Austinator brings up a good one, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Blank Man 2, Attack the Meter Man. Absolutely. It's funny because I was so meaning.
Be very careful with the next thing you say.
I was gonna say Blank Man and Meteor Man 2 as my number 1 as a tie, and I completely forgot. I
Shit.
think it's trash.
Thank you.
I like
You gave me an excellent one, Alonzo. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I don't like that one, man. Not a fan.
I know one movie that I want to
Wonder why.
see a part 2 to is Crossroads. I thought that was the most epic guitar battle I've ever seen in a movie.
Oh,
And Steve Vai took on the Karate Kid. I can't think his name in hell to battle their souls. I would love to see a part 2 to that. I would think the devil would come back, and this time he'd go after Daniel's children. Would be a part 2 I do, and his kids got a battle for their souls. So that is what I want to see. I thought that movie was awesome. Don't know why they didn't make a part 2 to it, because he made his Cobra Kai after damn so many years. So I would go back and do a part 2 to that if I were him. But since I'm not him, I guess I just have to be ass out.
thank God.
Shut up, Lonzo.
Anything? That's anything?
There you go.
Silence! Oh, clinking, clanking, clattering collection of colliginous junk!
Yeah, which sounds like that movie, but okay.
Sparta!
Good old Cersei Lannister.
Sequel?
They need to do a part 3 to that. Second was enough.
They did a part
Come on,
3.
Zack Snyder. Come on, Zack Snyder. Make a part 3.
Hell
They ain't
no.
gonna give you the Snyderverse.
Did you like the second one?
No.
Me
It was
neither.
straight.
Hmm?
It was straight.
I didn't like the second one at all.
Second one as good as the first, but it was straight, man.
What's your favorite scene in the second one, Danny?
Oh, you know what the second scene is, boy, when the boy take care of a girl on that ship. That's what I'm talking about.
The movie could be garbage all the way through, and the minute that sex scene popped up, that is, oh yeah, this movie's fire, boy. Oh yeah, this is fire.
So I guess you turn your eyes away and like, I don't want to see that. That's what you said.
like this.
I never turned my eyes away, but it's not enough to make me say the movie is good.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go through the chat real quick. Dandelion Fluff says she remember Voyagers. Man, that was a good show. Quantum Leap.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was bummed when the Canadian shows Untitled was canceled. That was a good show.
Oh, you know what movie I think they should have did a sequel to too, as it just came to my mind?
What?
Time Bandits.
I can't remember that one.
Time Bandits was a good movie. I like that movie.
What was it about? Like those little kids keep jumping from different times? And
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah.
There was something with the wall in their room, and they pushed the wall, and then they'd end up going to some different time and shit. Yeah.
The live action The Gifted was canceled after 2 seasons. The last one in the final episode left it open for a 3rd season.
The Gifted, that's X-Men one too.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks, guy score. I like Daredevil, Punisher, and Defenders too.
Yeah, I had all those on the same line. Just all had to do with Netflix.
I've never heard of the Littlest Hobo, but she wants a reboot of that.
Oh God. My God.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Until we meet tomorrow.
I want to say a blank man.
I wanna settle down.
It doesn't need a sequel. What the hell?
Until tomorrow.
My sequel ones, Inception. I don't know if you guys seen that. I
Of
think
course, Inception was sick, bro.
I think you could do a sequel, different leading character, maybe go to one of the other guys in the group, but you could still do it and maybe have a cameo with of Leonardo DiCaprio on it. My fourth one was Solo, a Star Wars story. I know people want to throw me in the bus for that.
Ass. Phantom's on his ass. You do not need no sequel.
Number 3.
Shit.
Number 3, Goonies.
Okay, yeah, Goonies. I'll give you that.
Number 2, and Anzo, you'll be on with me on this one. The Incredible Hulk.
Yes, I agree
They
with
need
that.
a sequel to the Hulk movie.
Mhm.
And then my number 1 was Stargate.
I wasn't a big fan of Stargate though. The movie
love
with
that movie.
Kurt Russell.
Or
Not
JJ,
Chris,
man.
yeah, Chris Russell and
Was it? Was it?
What is
Kurt
that?
Russell in
No,
David,
the movie
James
was
Spade.
Kurt Russell.
James Spade.
David
He was in it
Spader.
too. David Spader was in it too.
David
I thought it
Spader,
was that other
Kurt Russell.
I'm talking about James Spade, the guy that played Ultron.
James, that's
Yeah,
it. James
James.
Spader. Yeah, that's it. The chick that he hooks up with from the dude.
I don't know.
Like
I don't know. I wasn't
Yeah.
really a big fan of that movie. It
I
was
had a
okay.
whole bunch of ones. Last Starfighter, Galaxy Quest, Dread, Tron Legacy,
Galaxy Quest.
yeah,
Yes.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Tron.
Hitchhiker.
I said Tron Legacy already. True Lies. Love to see you in that one.
I had True
Alita-
Lies up there too.
Alita Battle Angel, The Fifth Element,
I haven't seen that movie yet.
Alita?
And-
Oh, that movie is fucking fire, Danny.
Alita is
Yeah.
amazing, bro.
It's so good.
Hancock, Monsters Inc. Not the prequel. I want a sequel to Monsters Inc. because I thought that was great.
What, with
that is-
Dracula and the vampires? Oh, that's my
No.
No,
No,
Monsters
no.
Inc.
Sully.
Sully.
and-
Sully,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mike Wazowski.
yeah, that's it. Serenity. I already said that. Shaun of the Dead, Night Before Christmas, and last I Am Legend.
I'm ready to see the next doggone Riddick. I'm ready to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Tired of him. Stop playing around.
Oh, you'll get it. You'll get it. He owns the rights to that whole series. He'll do it. Even if it's a direct like HBO Max or something, he'll work something out. He'll sell it. He'll sell the rights to play it on Netflix or something, but he'll do it.
He did actually tease out on a live stream from his own place that he was going to be doing another one.
You know what? 2 movies I like to see sequels to that came out not too long ago: The Old Guard and Extraction.
What about the one with Thor?
Yeah, Extraction was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That was like didn't go with big and like expectations, but I was like, God damn, that was a pretty good movie. And Old Guard, completely didn't know what the hell. My wife put it on and I started watching it. I'm like, shit, this is good.
A lot of these,
One with the chick?
a lot of these Marvel.
I didn't like that one.
Charlene Theron.
Yeah.
A lot of these-
I didn't like that.
She's trying to get to this bad girl role now because she played that in the last Fast and Furious, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
I thought the acting in that show was really bad, and that movie was really bad. I didn't like it.
All right, guys, I gotta get going. I get my first shot tomorrow, so I gotta
Okay.
drink lots and lots of water.
All right, before you go ahead and shout out the channel and see what's going up.
Yeah. Chris Knight, Real Review 3000, Chaos Central. Unmasking the Masked Singer is the big thing we're doing right now, but we got gaming streams. Perhaps we'll be back to the weekly Rumble this week. Hopefully going to go back to our interview show, Gospel According to Chris. We've got the Rule of 3 on Wednesday. Tomorrow night, Chaos List over on Anzo's channel and on Chaos Central. Weekly wrap-up, trailer reactions, movie reviews, all sorts of fun stuff. Check us out. If you're not subscribed, please go over to Real Review 3000. Check that out. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. Also, check out Chaos Central. If you're not watching on that right now, it's a good thing to do is to go over there and subscribe. Trying to get more subscribers over there. We've been seeing pretty good progress, but we need more. We're going for 200. I think we're about almost halfway to 200, like 150 or so. But
Hey, I got an idea, Chris. It'll take about 2 minutes if you can hold on.
okay.
At the show. Anzo, what's going on in your world, sir?
Yes, guys, you know the channel Big Afford Entertainment. Make sure you check it out tomorrow. We got the Chaos List. I'll have some honorable mentions up there. Make sure you check out the OOC on Wednesday. I think I got some fire shit for that show as well. Other than that, Danny, when you're typing in the chat, the capital goes
I know.
on the first letter. But with that being
Shut up. Scar.
Yes, sir. Basco Scenario, Geiskar's my name. You can catch I'm tweaking it up, like I said earlier, with reaction
it up?
videos. Tweaking it up.
Oh,
Twerking it
my
up.
bad.
That's in 45 minutes if I'm lucky.
You learn how to twerk. Know what it sounds like.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
And that might be one of my other shows after hours. But like Anzel said, tomorrow's Chaos List. Then on Wednesdays, we're going to have the Rule of Three with the OOC right after. So tune in, share, subscribe, spread the word, spread the love.
Okay.
Rule of three with a side of Tabasco. Don't forget.
Out of Tabasco.
Man, what's going on in your world?
Of course, I've got. If you guys haven't caught the Rise and Shine from this week, by all means, please do. And please either go to my Twitter page or on that this past Rise and Shine. Let me know what you want. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to celebrate? I will happily do it. And of course, this Thursday, the Queen's Council will be on my channel, so you do not want to miss that.
Okay, good deal. And I'm Danny, aka Comet Chat. Monday night, so I'm on a show here, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow night I'll be on Anzo's show, night after on Chris' show. And then, of course, we have a sports show on Saturdays, Square One. And then on Sundays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Roundtable, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Be episode 4 coming up, so please don't miss it. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Please continue to support everyone you see here on the panel. We do a lot of good work, and we're here to entertain you. Having said that, I am going to give a shout out to LDG, who made an awesome outro for me, and that's what I'm going out with. Thank you. Have a good night. Peace.